Let's turn our attention to 4.4 annuity due and perpetuities. So certain types of financial transactions such as rent, lease, and insurance involve equal periodic cash flows that begin right away or at the beginning of each time interval. This is known as an annuity due. And we can see here our timeline is comparing our ordinary annuity versus our annuity due. Now in both cases we have the same number of payments, but the payments are made at different time intervals or different times within that interval. So again, with our annuity due, we pay at the beginning of the year, versus the ordinary annuity, we're paying at the end of the time interval or time year. What does that mean for us? Well, in terms of our spreadsheets, we need to make sure that in our formula, we use type 1 when we're dealing with annuity due. Now let's take a quick example of it and to see the difference in terms of what happens to our future value. So let's say we're saving up for retirement and we decide to deposit $3,000 each year for the next 20 years. We pay at an interest of 8%. Okay. Now, comparing by how much will your accumulated nest egg vary if you make each of the 20 deposits at the beginning of the year, starting right away, okay, so that's our annuity due, rather than at the end of each of the 20, or the end of the next 20 years. So that's our ordinary annuity. Okay, so let's just take a look at sort of the final results here. But basically what we're going to notice is that when we're dealing with our future value of an ordinary annuity, we have a value here that is less than the value, the future value of the annuity due. So in other words, the more money that we pay closer to our present value, okay, there's more interest will be earned, and what ends up happening, if you can see, we actually get an extra period of interest when we're dealing with an ordinary annuity. So our future value is going to be more. Now, perpetuity. Let's talk about this briefly. Okay, but this is going to be very helpful when we're dealing with dividends, valuing dividends. But ultimately, what a perpetuity is, an equal cash flow stream that will never end. Okay, so it's never ending. It's to last forever. Okay, and this is our formula here. So our present value is our payment divided by our rate. Okay, and this will definitely come in handy later on. Now, let's take a look at an example here. So if we're considering to purchase a console, okay, so console is just it's a bond issued by the British government. Okay, so it pays out $60 per year forever. The rate of interest you want to earn is 10%. So how much should you pay for that console? Well, if we use our formula, we divide our PMT, okay, so 60 divided by our rate, okay, is going to give us a total of $600. So in terms of the value of that bond, it's $600. We shouldn't pay more than that.